Hi guys, welcome to Travel with Austin. I'm Austin. Today we are here back once again in my favorite place in the whole world, the Ridges. Now today I will be taking you through a partially abandoned section that is an employee section, or was an employee section, also known as the rear admin building. Now we will only be covering the abandoned floors of this, but I'm really glad that I am able to bring this to you because this is a location you cannot normally see. So first of all, we are in this room right here. I'm gonna be honest, I do not know the purpose of this room. These kind of remind me of counters you would see at like a bank or something. And then back here we have an area that looks like it was probably once used for storage. So I'm not really sure what they would have used this for. I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna see that as a reoccurring theme. My best possible guess was either this is where employees could come in, check out supplies, and return them. Or maybe, and I actually don't know if this is a thing, so if you know if it's a thing or not, please let me know. Maybe asylums have commissaries just like prisons, or did, I should say. Of course, it could be 1,000 other things. It could not even be original to the asylum at all. So we're gonna head out into the hallway here. And as we walk to the next room, you can check out the original tiling here and the beautiful staircase. Now, so we enter this room. This room has heat pipes in it that are running heat to this building and others. So this room is actually insanely hot right now. And you'll hear the heat from the pipes. You also hear like clanging and stuff like that. Now the big thing about this room is this secondary room in here, where it is half pink and like a grayish blue at the bottom, but it's this light right here. Now I believe I showed this in a previous video and I called it a fan because I honestly just took a quick look at it and I thought it was a fan. But it's been suggested to me that it possibly could be both, like a light and a fan, possibly used for some sort of light therapy. But again, I have no clue. I just know it is so beautiful. If I trusted the electricity in this part more, I would definitely try to turn it on. But I'm not trying to blow a fuse because then I definitely would not be welcome back. And I'm not trying to burn the place down because this is my favorite place. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go into this area first. So we're coming up into what is my favorite room in this section. It is the most beautiful room. And this was apparently the employee dining hall. You can see we have some wonderful tile in here, but also we have this beautiful wood piece, the symmetry with the heaters on top, which don't work anymore. So literally walking through that door is walking from like a heated section to an unheated section. But look at this wood. Look at the details on it. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Now for some reason you can see it was ripped off over here, and this section appears to be a bit more damaged, which is really sad, because it really is just so beautiful. Now, as we walk into this section, it's going to get pretty loud, because we are walking away from the kitchen area, which, by the way, there's the dumbwaiter. It leads to the first floor, where there are currently people working and stuff. And I don't think it actually goes to the third floor, or at least I haven't seen it on the third floor. But so as we leave this area, we are entering a maintenance section. And this is kind of the doorway where you leave the normal part of the asylum, basically. And you can see it did once connect into the dining hall, but for whatever reason, they blocked it off. So you just gotta walk through this hallway. Now this hallway is just floating, so that always kind of scares me, because it's not like there's a solid roof under it or anything. And now we're in the maintenance section. Now you're gonna be able to hear the heaters and stuff in here, and it's gonna be very loud. I actually came in here earlier, and this one, I believe, was making so much noise that I left because I was afraid that it might explode or something. And like this one literally has a piece outside of it that's spinning. That could be completely normal for all I know, but to me it's weird. Now on the back of this chair, we have AMHC. Now I imagine it's Athens Mental Hospital, but I don't know what the C stands for. I might just be missing something that's pretty obvious that I'll find out as soon as I go home and look it up. We have an old phone here, and you can see down there that some of this building, or this part of the building, is made with Athens bricks. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, nothing really to show over here. Then we kind of just get to walk back out through this cutout that they made. And I feel like at one time it kind of functioned as like a secret door, if I remember right, but who knows. Once again, we gotta walk through the floating hallway. What's insane is all that equipment still works, and the only way to get through it is through that floating hallway. We have a heater up there that was painted Asylum blue. Looks like it got a little bit smoky on the top, and you can tell they unplugged it. So this room's pretty dark, but we'll walk through it since we haven't been into it yet. Just kind of got a sink. This weird little thing in the middle, which I guess I'll talk about now. So what it appears to be, let's see how close I can get, is that like at some point, I imagine there was no roof, and since it's a Kirkbride, this would let in more light. But at some point, they put a roof over it, and now it's just like a dark hole. So now as soon as we walk back in here, we get the heat again, which is very nice. Now as we enter this section, my best guess is that these were like where people had their offices. You can see there was a bed frame in here at one point. This wall is, I don't want to use the word freshly, but fresher than the rest of it painted. So, oh, and I didn't even notice the door has slats on it. So over here we just have an empty room filled with some garbage. You can see where there were two windows that were blocked off for whatever reason. Now this room, I imagine maybe patients would have been in this room at some point just because of this little window there. I would say like observation or something, but like obviously there's not a mirror in there currently, not to say that there couldn't be one there at one point, but it just doesn't seem like it. You can see part of the floor is coming up here. So, yeah, not really anything too interesting in here. So, and we have this room. Again, some boarded off windows. We do have some windows that side that show towards the police station. Now we're going to take the secondary staircase up to the third floor. And that is because the main staircase is actually blocked off by a door on the third floor, because the third floor is inhabited by birds. So Now, I should say that whenever you are exploring, prioritize your safety. This is definitely, in general, this is not an area you should go into, but definitely even more, it's not an area you should go into. Luckily, people know I am here, and I know enough about this building and how sound it is, so watch this safely from the comfort of your own home. So the third floor is a lot more ruined. And as I'm sure you're here, there are birds that live in the ceiling here. This room, it's too dark to see anything for you guys. Basically, it's just a light hanging down. So here we have some type of air conditioner heater unit, 2 chairs if you want to take a nice seat, and of course a painting on the wall. And again, another light just hanging. I've never looked into this room. Huh. Okay, well, 29K19 is kind of stuck closed, so we will not be taking a look in there. Then we have this room, and I hope it shows up on camera good. It's kind of like a pinkish cream. I love the color a lot. And then, same here, pinkish cream. Okay, well that was weird. Hopefully I didn't lose anything. I just camera stopped recording, which has happened twice on this floor today. Only on this floor. So now we're going to walk towards the crunchy part, as I call it. So be prepared for a lot of noise. So first, I'm actually getting better at walking over the crunches, so it makes less noise. That's kind of sad. I've been here too long. So we have this room where everything is falling apart. And I don't know, I think there's like a beauty in the decay here. I find it really interesting. And although you cannot see it, there are lots of dead animals on the floor. There's a dead bat. There's a few dead birds in here. So I'm going to do my best to not step on them. Now you can see maybe this is the upper floor of the area that I believe at one point would have had no roof. Here is a little closet area that connects to the room that's filled with tons of decay. And here is the door that blocks the third floor from the second floor. Now you can open it from this side, obviously, if you need a quick escape, but not the other side. So, I'm actually not hearing any birds this time, which is a bit weird. So we have this room, which has this weird little cage thing on the ground, and also a machine in the back. So I am interested to know what that would have been. Also, let me zoom in here. I still don't think you guys can see it as good, but it appears like there's like a duck or swan framing around the edges. Uh-oh. So, that's pretty interesting. Now, in here, we have a bathroom. We're not going to go inside, but let me just flash my flashlight inside. You can see there's a tub there. Now, earlier I was taking a night sight photo in here, and my whole phone crashed and restarted, which was pretty interesting, because I also did like a miniature ghost hunt here. Oh boy, that was scary. So yeah, more decaying rooms. More decay. Oh, just accidentally kicked a bird skeleton. Now then, we get into these two rooms, which are really weird. So, this paint here is so much newer than the rest of the paint, but it's also so poorly done. Like, it looks good when you look at it all at once. When you look at the details and you can like see different strokes, different colors and stuff, which makes me wonder what was going on in here. Because if you go just across the hall, which we will in a second, you'll see the same thing. Now we have a radiator at the end here, some piece of equipment that I'm not sure what it is. Then look at this Coca-Cola bottle. I don't know how old that is, but it's old. Now there's also like a script for someone's film thesis. It's kind of cool. And there's a lot of newspapers in here from 2002. Now, you can see here, we also have the yellow paint. There's a bottle of wine, a bed, and 2 wine glasses. I hear people outside. Just 1 second. Okay. Anyway, I think there were people outside. So, here we are. That is the full entirety of the employee section, you know, minus a few very dark rooms and locked areas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.